Welcome back. You are listening to the Power Play Hockey Talk Radio here on KCFS 94.5 FM. We are joined live on the air by one Mr. Todd Skirving, a former Sioux Falls Stampede player, number 24.
Good friend and former co-host of the show.
Former co-host of the show, and he's playing for the RIT Tigers and not doing too shabby. How you doing, Todd?
Pretty good. How are you?
Doing well, doing well. Glad to have you join us.
Yeah, thanks for calling in, Todd.
Glad to be back on.
You bet.
All right, so now, have you first and foremost, we have to get to the important things. Are you staying out of trouble?
Oh, of course, you have to. Always.
Todd. Oh, so how was your first year in collegiate hockey?
Team-wise, we're struggling as of late. We've had a up and down year, but personally, I think it's going better than expected. So it's overall been a pretty good year, and heading into playoffs. I mean, every team makes the playoffs here, so we're gonna see what we can do with it.
Yeah, there you go. Anything can happen. That's that's great to have in the back of your mind at least.
Yeah, for sure.
So now you're RIT's third leading scorer, correct?
Yeah, I mean, if that's what it is right now, then yeah.
Yeah, so in 29 games, you have 8 goals, 14 assists, 22 points, -4 rating, 12 penalty minutes. But for a rookie, you are doing quite well, my friend.
Yeah, it's going well. I mean, we had a couple injuries that have plagued our team throughout the year, and I mean, coming in, I didn't expect, be a big part. I just tried to do my role and fill in when I could, and like I said, we had a few injuries, and Coach put some trust in me and gave me some opportunities. I've been just going with it and trying to do the best that I can for myself and the team.
That's good. That's good to hear.
You bet. Todd, is it much different playing on the collegiate level than playing in the USHL?
Yeah, I mean, I think the only adjustment is, which a lot of us get told before we can come here, is just, the physical factors and just a little bit quicker. And I mean, like I said, I came in and I played my role, not playing as much and just trying to fill in when I could. And then we had a couple of injuries, and, it just helped me adjust. I was able to get my feet wet early on. And then, like I said, when the injuries came in, I felt like I was ready to, step up and, be a key player for the team. So I think, like I said, just, more strength and speed in collegiate level. But, it doesn't take much to get used to after a while. I mean, the older guys take you under the wing pretty well, and the coaches help you adapt pretty good here. So, yeah, it's got to be the biggest difference from USHL anyway.
Well, that's good to hear. Another question I have here for you. You said that all the teams make the playoffs.
Yep.
What is the key for you guys? What will be the deciding factor for you guys in the playoffs? What do you guys need to do to overcome the odds, or maybe not the odds, but overcome what's been setting you guys back and ultimately, will yourself to victory?
I think, I don't know, I mean, we just haven't had enough, we just haven't been able to push down the door. I mean, we've been getting to the door, I've been knocking on the door game after game, and it's just, finally pushing through the door. Last week we went to Air Force, where we're 0-9-0 in our last 9 there, and I mean, we lost the Friday night game when we finally, like I said, we pushed through the door on Saturday night. We came out with a huge win. It was a bit of a greasy road win, but I mean, we'll take it, especially this late in the season where wins haven't come easy for us this year. And I think, we got a couple of our seniors back. Our captain might be back this weekend, maybe into the first round of the playoffs, which is nice, where we haven't had since November. And we're starting to get key players returning. And I think if we get healthy and we get a little bit of a swag going here with 2 season games left going into the playoffs, I think we can make a push. And a lot of us believe that we can make a push. We just haven't had that much luck this year. I know you kind of create your own luck, but it reminds me of my first year in Sioux Falls where, you've been there yourself and you watched us, all the bounces that really didn't go our way. And, we were playing with injuries that season, too, where we never even had a full roster. So there's been a couple games this year where we haven't even played with a full roster, too. So, like I said, I think that's getting healthy and that's getting a bit of a swagger back. That Saturday night win against Air Force was huge. We got Canisius home and home this weekend, and it's senior night, and it's going to be our last regular season game at the Ritter Arena. So it'll be a lot of emotions, and I think the guys will be fired up, and I think it's kind of good timing for us to make a push going into playoffs. So
absolutely. Have you actually had to face off against any former Stampede teammates this year?
Trying to think. We did play Michigan at the homecoming game, so I got to play Selman. Unfortunately, I don't think he made the trip because he was injured. In our league, I know there's a few that we play. I mean, the ones that I can remember is Evan Moore, who plays for Robert Morris. I know there's a former one on Air Force, but I was too young to get to know him.
Okay. Yep.
Niagara, one of our biggest rivals, Vinny Muto, he's there.
Sure.
And Patrick Deviak.
Yep.
And I think that's all I can remember at the moment. I know we played a couple other conference games, too, that had some Stampede players, but not many recent ones.
Yep, you bet. Well, what kind of venue are you playing in your home games there? You've been used to playing at the Sioux Falls Arena, which average attendance. Well, Sioux Falls has the highest attendance of all the USHL teams, and we have nearly 4,800. Right now we're averaging about 4,500 a game. But is attendance really big out there? And what kind of arena are you playing in?
I think in our league anyway, especially for my school, I think I'm fortunate enough to play in a pretty good rink. We average, I think, about 2,400 a game. That's what our average usually is. I mean, that's what its sellout is at our rink.
Yeah.
I think we got one of the best, at least especially in our conference, the best college atmosphere in our conference. I mean, we got a corner crew that, rocks the Ritter every night, gets the crowd going. We have a band.
Awesome.
We got everything that a big college would have. It's just a smaller scale. But so we're pretty fortunate here at RIT. So. Yeah. I mean, it gets pretty loud. I mean, it's just kind of reminds you guys of Sioux Falls. I mean, the fans are pretty passionate here, win or lose. We still got quite a few fans up in that stand, so it's pretty nice. And hopefully, next year we got a new rink right across the road there. It's going to hold 4,200.
Wow.
They had to up the seating because, the seating here is a little bit different. I mean, it's first come, first serve, and usually the lines are out the doors just to get in, and sometimes they got to turn people away, and they don't want that anymore. So
right.
We're going to have a bigger rink, and hopefully we can carry that same atmosphere into the new rink. So
yeah. Well, the Sioux Falls is building a new arena here, and it'll be open here in the fall here. It's going to seat 12,000 people, and it's going to be perfect for hockey. And we can't wait to see the Stampede play there, too. But if you get back in Sioux Falls, you'll have to see that. It's just going to be an amazing rink. You can kind of compare it to if you've seen any of the ice skating in Sochi. That's a 12,000-seat arena, and it's really almost identical to that. But it's just going to be a beautiful facility. Yeah,
listen, I've been following on Facebook. I've seen all the posts. I still follow the Stampede boys back in Sioux Falls there, and I've seen all the pictures, and it looks pretty awesome. I'm excited. I'm not even going to be playing it, but I'm sure those guys are pretty fired up about it.
Yeah, I was talking with Zeb Knutson yesterday about that as well, and he was lamenting the fact that he's not going to be able to play in it. What would you think that a facility of that magnitude does for the not only surviving but thriving and continuing to grow hockey community here in Sioux Falls?
I think it's huge. I think it's going to be a great opportunity for the community. You see the fans that support the Stampede. Numbers continue to rise, and I think it's only going to get better. And with the new rink, it's going to attract more people, different people, with the new seating and the seating arrangements. And I think it's going to be great for fans. It's going to be easier to see, like I said, better seating compared to the old arena. And I think it's just going to keep attracting fans. And, they keep doing as well as they do, turning back the program into a winning tradition there. I think it's only going to go up from there. And I think the fans are going to like it. The players are going to like it. They're going to attract a lot of people from all around the Midwest there. And I think it's going to be great and benefit Sioux Falls.
So, based on your experience, you played, what was it, 2 or 3 seasons here in Sioux Falls?
2 seasons.
Yeah. Time has just been going together here. Anyway, in your 2 seasons, based on your 2 seasons here in Sioux Falls, what would you say? Would you say that Sioux Falls has the potential, in your experience, to possibly host a pro team?
I've heard talks. Even I talked with Dakota about it before, and I think it's a good. I think it could possibly host a pro team one day. I'm not sure if it ever will, because I think it may maybe take away from the Stampede itself.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's definitely a stable community that I'd be able to host a pro team. I'm just not sure what direction they plan to go with it. If they really want to do that, or how it would work if they were to tie it in with Sioux Falls, the actual Stampede team as well. I don't know if they wanted to somehow link that together, whether ticket prices or events that they might want to do. So I mean, I think I said, like I said before, Sioux Falls is it's a drive for hockey and excitement, and the support that they get for hockey is second to none. I mean, it's just from my first year there, even to my second, it just kept growing, and I mean, I couldn't believe the support that we got, and I know every player there that ever puts on a Stampede uniform, you know, is something that they never forget when they move on, and I know a couple of me and former Stampede players still talk about it today. So, I mean, I'm not sure. I think they could. I'm just not sure if that's what they want to do or not.
Right.
Todd, what conference is RIT in, and also what is do you have a special rivalry with any certain team you have there?
We're in the Atlantic Hockey League, and one of our biggest rivals is Niagara. Purple Eagles are about an hour up the road, or an hour and a half up the road in Niagara, so that's one of our biggest rivals. And just another one, I mean, coming in here, like I said, Air Force. I mean, for the longest time, like the league is getting more rounded out now. You know, every team can win, whereas before it was just a couple teams at the top for the most part, and at that time it was Air Force and RIT that were always at the top. So I mean, when we play those teams, it's a pretty big battle. I mean, like this weekend we played 2 games in Air Force, and I came home Sunday after on the plane, and I was pretty banged up. Just not like anything serious, but more just bumps and bruises. And I mean, it's literally a war when we play Air Force, and you know, a lot of things are said on the ice, and a lot of stuff happens. But I have to say, Air Force is probably our biggest rival, and it keeps the game exciting too. I wouldn't want it any other way. It's a lot of fun to be a part of a special and, you know, a rival that dates back to so many years from now. So.
Bumps and bruises. That sounds like hockey.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So you know, it sounds like you're having a good time there. Any crazy stories that have been memorable for you?
Here at RIT, nothing out of the ordinary. Just a typical life, you know, of a hockey player. I mean, we're just grinding it out every day. I mean, we got workouts twice a week. We skate about 5 times a week or 4 times a week. Then we got a Friday, Saturday game, and just you know, try to time management that with school. So I mean, it keeps you pretty busy. I mean, you don't have time to do much, but I mean, you're able to make time to spend time with your teammates outside of the rink, which is nice, and you know, meet a lot of new people and just kind of make friendships that'll hopefully last a lifetime.
So how are the grades coming, Todd?
Are they going well?
Grades.
I think first semester is 3.2 GPA.
Hey, not too bad. All
Yeah.
right.
Not bad. And
Yeah.
then, I mean, right now, this semester, I mean, I don't know how to really calculate GPA. I know it's just my final, but
Yeah.
this semester is off to a great start. I think it's way higher than that. And kind of turning into a little bit of a bookworm. I mean, this school keeps you on your toes here. It's a pretty academic first kind of school before athletics, so they take care of us really well. And if we need help, we get tutors pretty quick. So
You bet.
we stay on top of that, and we take great pride in our marks and grades here, and they want us to do well. And I mean, there's a standard that we got to have just to play hockey. I know it's pretty low, but I know I don't want to be just on the line. I want to be above the line and better, because I don't want to play around with that kind of stuff because it's so serious out here. But I mean, it's a lot of fun. You get used to it.
Absolutely. You know, on a serious note, your female fan base here in Sioux Falls wants to know, do you have a girlfriend?
There's nothing official right now, but I am talking to someone out here.
You heard that, ladies. I'm sorry. All right, Todd. Well, thank you for your time, buddy. Thanks for calling in.
Well, hey, real quick here before you leave here, how about that Canadian hockey team for both men and women?
Men and women, I know, it's awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of American hurt feelings out here. I think there's a lot of bets with our team. I think there's a lot of Americans wearing a couple of Canadian jerseys. I don't know if they did it this week or not yet, but
Oh, you know,
had that.
I remember, what was it, last year, might have been 2 years ago, I think it was last year when the Americans won the World Junior Gold. I remember Charlie and I were in here, and you were supposed to join us, and I think you were a little bummed out, and you ended up calling into the show instead of coming in yourself. And I think, you know, you've been there. We've all been there.
Yeah. I couldn't imagine, though, because if you look at the Americans, I mean, they put it all into that Canadian in that semifinal game. I couldn't even imagine having to turn around that quick the next day and then have to play for bronze. I mean,
That was pretty
I don't know.
tough.
I mean, it's probably tough. Be all mental toughness there, and I think that game against the Canadians really took the art of them. I mean, you want to win gold, and then you play a good game there, and you only lose 1-0, and then you got to play the next morning against Finland. I mean,
Yeah.
Well, a quick turnaround and other stuff. So
hats off to Canada, though. Especially the women. I mean, it was. I can't believe in the last 3.5 minutes there they turned things around there and just stunned the Americans. But you know what? They didn't give up and they deserved it.
Yeah, it was nice to see. We were on the plane, I think, out to Colorado, because we, like I said, Air Force is in Colorado Springs, so we were on the plane out there, and guys were getting updates, and had a little bit of a cheer on the plane there. Not too many people were happy about it, but it was a good time.
Well, that's hockey. Anything can happen.
Yeah, any given night, whoever comes out to play is going to win.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for calling in, Todd. We really appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah, great to visit with you. And good luck to you.
Thanks for having me. I'll talk to you guys soon.
You bet.
Sounds good. Take care now.
Bye now.
Bye. Well, we are going to take a short break. That was Todd Skirving, ladies and gentlemen, former Sioux Falls Stampede player. You're listening to the Power Play Hockey Talk Radio here on KCFS 94.5 FM.
Wanna talk some puck live on the air? Give us a call at 605-331-6696.